Good morning, everyone, and welcome to BZ versus MY, also known as, I think BZ is the Chinese name for Shiranui, while MY is kind of self-explanatory with Mayakashi. Uh, as some people may know, they are so-called sister teams, which means they are pretty closely related. So I'm expecting this to be a very, very good match. And let's not waste any more time and enter the room. Alright. So we're expecting to see Sakura, Luca, Blue Neos, Maple, and Toby from BZ, and Lemon, Doctor, Raikiri, Kamula, and Citrus from Mayakashi, MY. And we already have the starters joining the table in Citrus and Toby for MY, respectively BZ. And let's go, the game already started, that's great. I'm gonna have to pay attention to so many things at once, I feel like. And that's not that good. But it's fine in the end. Please don't tell me there's any lag. Regardless. Let me activate this. Alright, so we first see a pretty good first turn with Shunrui Square being summoned and the level dupe to get the Shogun Saga out, activating the Square's effect as well for the discard Solitaire. And we see from Citrus Cyber Dragon Core, and we see a Fiendish Chain in response, but Veer will be summoned at the very least, so at least grants another body on the field. Or we see a fusion, or perhaps he wanted to add it. And that's the end, just setting 3 and pass. Spectrostorm from Grave. Gonna be banishing Solitaire as well to get it back, unless Cybernetic Overflow has something to say about that. Although it won't be able to stop the Synchro Summon itself, it will at least be able to destroy the Shogun Saga. The thing is, he won't be able to Synchro climb necessarily into the level 8, unless he runs 2 of them, which it's a very rare occurrence. So he has stopped, which signifies that or I guess 2 level 8s also works. Level 8 is really important for the single climbing, so you have to have it. And the Spectre Sword from hand as well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be in Toby's favor, unless one of the set cards has something to say about that. And the level 10 will be able to come. Any response perhaps with one of the back rows? Will target up to a total of 3, and it seems like it just went through. And that was it. That was a core, a fusion, and an overflow face down. So at the very least, overflow will be able to add a fusion. And if Toby swings, Citrus will be able to get 3 tokens for a fusion summon. So realistically, he cannot really push for lethal. Or he could, if he is confident enough to swing into the face, then most likely he's got back row that will stop a potential Cyber Dragon play right there. I forgot to update my title, no way. Out of all things I did, and just the title. Oh well. I advise you to refresh the Twitch stream, so the title will be able to commence through. Am I lagging? I don't know. Anyway, 3 tokens with the fusion. Toby has to stop whatever comes after the fusion summon. And there is the finish chain. Interesting that he did summon it in defense. So yeah, I was gonna say he could be having a core or another fusion in hand. I think those were 2 fusions already, however. So this is gonna be overflow being set with at least 2 targets. Spectre Sword, excuse me, from Grave. We'll be able to have 1 more zombie in the grave, but Archery and Zombie Skull will come down. Yeah, I think this is it. Toby, I think, will win. There's not much you can do about the explosiveness that Shernui can offer. Yeah, at least he's able to scout for some back row in the form of Floodgate. But yeah, that's it. First point goes to BZ. This is such a stressful morning. So many games have just started. There's no streamer for one. The ref of the one not streamed hasn't showed up, and I don't know. It's not going well. Asked for some co-casters and nobody responded. Alright, seems like Toby is now on the bottom. So Toby has shown us that he's playing level dupe, get the level 8 out early, rather than the level Og to get a level 10 early. Lancia before a potential Simoon, very good, very good. Now Simoon cannot activate its summoning requirement. Oh, cannot summon itself due to its activation requirement requiring you to banish. So if he planned to go into Simoon, now that plan is gone. So he has to normal summon the regular way and try to form a board that is good against shared way. Excuse me. Raikiri, not to be confused with the one on MY, who's also playing today. Only Solitaire and one set card though. And the Cosmic is there as well for the Floodgate. Yeah, that's not really gonna help. At this point you just pray, but there's just nothing he can do. This is just lethal on board. Oh, why do I yell so much? Sorry. 7 games starting in almost the same time. Yeah. My notification said you're hosting Divine. Yeah, I forgot to change the title. Like I did everything aside from that, and I was feels bad, you know. The one thing that I always try to change, and I just being caught up. At least I did change the title like 5 minutes into the stream, so thankfully it's good now. And that was another quick game in the favor of Citrus. Going to be 1 against 1. And they're already going into game 3. That was pretty fast. Didn't even get to start the timer as to how fast that was. Anyway, let's check the next deck coming from Toby. Seems like it could be a Blackwing Mirror, since I don't know which character is gonna run peak performance otherwise. We get the Black Whirlwind plus Simoon combo. This ends in a pretty good board. I believe the Pixie and the Fairy with the Necro Valley up, so It's all textbook combos in this first turn, and Toby has to find a way to deal with it. Either has to have a more bonkers hand, or have a cosmic perhaps. Get that Raikiri out. Synchro Summon into Raikiri. So no Pixie Dragon. Oh, very interesting. Actually, really good that he destroyed the mountain, because now he won't be able to search more than what he should be able to. Although the mountain was on the opposing side will still be able to search at the very least. For example, Simoon off of, I don't know. Well, you can always search Simoon, but anyway, one back row only. Five cards in hand. Will he able to live up to Citrus's board? Will he be able to be the better starter of the two in this very, very exciting match of today? As said in the beginning, BZ and MY are relatively known as sister teams, with MY entering only this season and BZ entering, I believe, in season 5. And since season 5 they've only topped, I think, yeah, last season they were the runner-ups, only losing to the one unbeatable team of the season, arguably Destiny Draw, which has been beaten this season by a really unlikely team in doing so. But we'll see. Destiny Draw is currently playing as well versus Forbidden Memories, and currently is down 0-1 and have already used their repeat on their second game. Alright, Toby's thinking about some combos to try to combat this. No Black Whirlwind, sadly, so he cannot even test for a Cosmic Cyclone, perhaps. Not a tuner yet. A tuner like Gale would be so ideal right there. You get a lower Raikiri's attack, unless that is a close. He needs to test for a Cosmic Cyclone, that's the most important thing. Because if so, he can safely go with Gale, but that's just percentages at this point. Like, yeah, he started with Zephyros with Chris. Can he start with Gale as well as a card to test out if it's Cosmic or not? That's the thing. It's pretty hard. Hello, Eevee Pile. What's good? And that's it, sadly. No tuner to try to push for further damage, unless Lance. Lance is pretty good there. Even with that, Zephyros will still be on the field. So unless a level 3 tuner is involved, the board will be clogged. And as I say that, Gale will be summoned. I'm not sure if he searched it last turn or not. Hello, Popeye. What's good? What's good? Oh, goes into Hogjaw. Yeah, this is more than game. So BZ on the back foot right off the start. Toby only being able to bring one win, which is certainly not ideal, but at the same time it's not an 0-2 So gotta be happy with what you managed to achieve, especially since Blackwing is a pretty easy deck to counter, in my opinion. You can easily bust out the invoked element sabers, perhaps, something like that. I need to take care of so many things. Sorry, guys. Close the timers for 2 matches and being able to keep an eye for repeats on two separate Discord channels. Alright, so Toby's out. And that brings the score to 2 for MY. And now we're waiting for the next player from BZ. So, how's your guys' day going? Are you excited for Sunday? Because since really the season has started, we've had a lot of exciting games only on Sunday. We haven't had that many on Saturday, sadly, and Friday is just non-existent at this point. I don't know, what do you think the problem is when there's 5 9 AM games? For example, like today we've had 5 9 AM games, and there was miscommunication with the staff. So one game was unable to be streamed when it started. We have managed to find a substitute, but the referee for the game still didn't show up. Regardless, no network detection. Nice. Nonetheless, the next player is Sakura, the owner, I believe, of BZ. Gonna show us how it's done, and if he if he manages to beat Citrus there, maybe we can see Sakura versus Doctor. Ideally, you'd go with a counter deck, right? But in this situation, it would be so funny to see the owners of their respective teams. Like usually, owner versus owner is not such a big deal, but considering it's we are talking about this kind of matchup, could be really exciting. So we're seeing Shiranui once again being sent out to counter Blackwings, and we already see the Lancia, which will be able to prevent a Simoon effect. Still gonna be able to start with not only 1 but 2 Whirlwinds, and the Zephyros to be able to search pretty much anything except Chris. But the Floodgate is strong in this one. That's a really good hand. And so and their and Citrus will just pass. Very ideal. Gozuki will send out a level 4, get out the level 6 with the level 2 effect in the grave, and potentially go into 2 level 6 or a level 10 and just push for lethal. Yeah, he has lethal, I believe. Provided he has a level 4 in hand, perhaps, for a level dupe. Or he can, yeah, he can just remain on level 8 and with a boost attack. Even another Solitaire can never be too safe, I guess. And that's just game. Straight off. Turn 3. pretty quick. And that's it of Citrus. Pretty good start for the start of MY. And that brings the score back to an even. So now we'll be waiting for the next MY player. I swear, if it's Doctor, I'll be really excited. Let's check some of the scores of perhaps the other games. So DD versus FM is still at on their second game. They repeated, which makes me think it's some form of Christian Star coming from Destiny Jaw. Anyway, AA Armades Army versus Garuda. It's 1-0 for Armades Army. And DLTW versus Unforgiven. Unforgiven has the point for now. And Clockline versus Neo, the last one, is at the same pace as this current game. It's also 2-2. Not bad at all. So let's see who's the next player for MY. It's Doctor. I knew it. I knew it. Yes, let's go. Rick, call the referee. All right. Doctor was on the table up until he left. Let's go. Yugi Muro from DSOD. Now that's a character you don't see often. I don't even know what skills he's got. But this is a nice music, gotta say that. Seeing the Squire. Synchro into Samurai Saga. Three back row versus 3 back row. What's Sakura still has a monster. And we see a second Squire actually. That's a really good topic. taking a while to select the level 2. And there it is. And we'll see Shogun Saga. Yeah, it's pretty hard to play around the 3 set cards. So he's gotta assess the situation and eliminate any possible back rows that would prevent stuff to happen. Like for example, he could have a doctor could have floodgated a tuner. That's one. So most likely the 3 back rows is not a floodgate. Another thing, there is no, I was gonna say there is no lance, but Divine Wrath fulfills the same role as lance, I believe. Nonetheless, Divine Wrath, quite the tech. Is this the HeyZZy? Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Magician Navigation being chained to the Spectral Sword effect. The one selected in the grave was Shogun Saga, so Sun Saga will come out. Interesting activation timing coming from Doctor. So the chain will resolve. We'll be seeing Dark Magician 1 and Magician of Dark Illusion presumably, or Kaiku. That's really huge. I didn't even think about that. That's really huge. Spectral Sword will not be able to summon Sun Saga now. And that should just kill Sakura's whole turn. Unless the back row has anything to say, and yeah, it does. Ballistic Squad. Spectral Sword is a once per turn, a hard once per turn effect, so he won't be able to activate it again. But at least he's safe for one more turn, unless there's a Rod top deck. Anything? Will it be the end for Sakura? At the very least for his first deck, or will we enter battle phase? And indeed we will. Gonna be leaving Sakura pretty low, but that's fine. It's life points do not matter unless it's the very last one. Spectral Sword for the second time, this time going through successfully. Sun Saga, I believe, with 1 synchro in the grave, yeah, and 1 banished. We'll just be able to return without any response. So any monster is, yeah, it's lethal. And yeah, Doctor starting on the back foot against the owner of the other team. Owner versus owner battle. Poggers. Let's check the... I need to focus my attention so much because the other game has also just ended and I have to keep track of the timer of the other match as well. So Sorry if I'm late with updating the scores. I don't possess the capability to have distributive attention, sadly. Although I wish I would. Probably thinking about a repeat Doctor, since he has not left the table. Meanwhile, let's check some of the other games' scores. So currently, Neo versus Clockline is 2 against 3, so still at the same pace as this one. Especially funny considering that both of the games had ended at the same exact time, like the Sakura versus Doctor as well as the Parao versus Jesse. Alright, repeat will be announced from Doctor, and my obvious what the hell. Alright, sorry. Repeat for MY. So we'll be seeing Dark Magician again against Shiranui. Hopefully Doctor will be able to start, yeah, with at least a circle or a rod. Since last game he just said 3 and pass. Certainly not what you want to see as Dark Magician. Circle into circle is something you don't also want to see, unless your hand is really good. Rod. Being able to add navigation. Probably has a Dark Magician in hand. If not, he could realistically also have Illusion Magic to add 2 Dark Magician to hand. I believe this is the 3rd game in a row, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't think it is. Regardless, Divine Wrath will just yeah. Divine Wrath, boys. Let's go. Actually killing the turn. And navigation, yeah, it's GG. That was a fast recovery and a really good repeat from Doctor and MY as a whole. Even with the Kaiku. Set lines, yeah. Yeah, not even chainable is the back row of Sakura, so sadly will be 2 against 4 in the favor of MY. Sakura being knocked out so early. I haven't kept track of the scores again. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, now Sakura should have no decks available, while Doctor is 2 and 1. Oh no, he's 1 and 1. Yeah, he's 1 and 1. Now Sakura switches to his second. Oh, what am I doing? Everything was correct, I just freaked it up. Now, yes, now it's 3 and 3. Anyway, we'll see the trademark deck of Sakura heroes. And I believe Doctor got a lot of wins this season with Dark Magician as well, so owner versus owner, sister team versus sister team, best deck of the owner versus best deck of the owner. Let's go. Sakura ending on 3 elemental heroes, as well as 2 back row with a polymerization potential in hand or set. Circle. Gonna be fishing for something. And that something is a curtain. Very interesting. He could go into curtain right now and have a free banish. Especially if he's also got a navigation in hand as well as Dark Magician. That is asking for a lot of cards, but it could be the play that wins the game. Although that was only short-lived because Cosmic Cyclone will be able to just say no to that play. And now there is no circle for a potential navigation play next turn. So looking pretty rough already. Born from the Earth can be used if you control a Dark Magician and your life points are at 2000 or below. Place 1 Metamorph Fortress face down. If your opponent controls a dragon type, you can use it. Yeah, alright, so Metamorph Fortress. Activate this card by targeting 1 level 4 or higher monster you control, so Dark Magician. Special summon this card. Earth level 4, attack 1000, defense 1000. Equip it to it. If summoned this way, this card gains attack and defense equal to that monster attack and defense. Only attack, sorry. Also, if it attacks, change it to defense position at the end of the damage step. Pretty good. Hello, Dawn. So mass change was activated in the meantime, halving Dark Magician's attack and bouncing 1 back row at the end of the end phase. So now only 2 back row to deal with. Has the melee in the grave, more fodder for a potential polymerization. Which we know he has in hand. Yeah, so the last card in hand should be a polymerization unless it was banished. No, so yeah, it should be polymerization. He tribute summon for Ferris. Gonna set up, gonna get the celestial effect from the grave, banish 1 other hero as well as itself to get some nice 2 cards. Revealing the set card that was Poly. And goes into Trinity. Yeah, that's lethal on board currently. Metamorph Fortress. Although, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Blast will just be able to return it. And the last set card, I don't think it will be able to do anything at all. And yeah, that's it. So Sakura will be able to claim the score against Doctor and send him off out of the room. And that's 4 against 3 in favor of BZ. Alright. So, how was your guys' day? New viewers, welcome to the stream. BZ versus MY, pretty good game. I think it's the best game out of the 5. I wanted to stream it on the main channel, but haven't gotten any co-caster, and I don't know. Without the co-caster, feels pretty bad on the main channel at the very least. And it's also the fact that it's a very busy day. So yeah, we have to deal with it. That's kind of the thing. 5 9 AM games and 2 games at 10. Really hard. I was actually really close to not reffing and streaming anything today, but delayed my going out with a friend, and I'm really glad I delayed it because look at this, it's rough. It's rough, but at the very least, if you guys enjoy it and have something to watch, then it's great. Regardless, I don't know who I'm expecting to see next from MY. Let's maybe check some of the other streams. So currently Neo is down 2 against Clocklan's 4. Clocklan in the form today, looking pretty nice. DD versus FM, currently 2 against 1. Forbidden Memories has the 2. Pretty good stuff. AA Armeni's Army versus Gorillas in a shadow duel, so probably not something to talk about. And the Unforgiven is up 2 against 0 of PLTW. And yeah, that's it. So instead of Doctor, I believe Lemon entered the room. Yeah, with Zane Truesdale. So most likely signifying a return of Cyber Dragons. Square going first. Ferris gonna discard the Celestial. Very ideal to set up Celestial draw this early. We also have the full Ferris combo, which we all know and appreciate. Just like Reslin appreciating myself. Thank you for that. Very kind of you. Vion. Sending off Mali. Mali will probably be special summon next turn or this turn, depending on the rest of hand of Sakura. Will be summoned, so ideally next turn he should have another hero in the grave or send one with polymerization. We know he runs Trinity, so Lemon should be careful about that. Herald of the Abyss. Gonna be having at least one Proto Cyber. Declaring Dark Warrior and the Cosmic Cyclone, very ideal. Gonna be having 2 of the tokens. And if he has 2 of the tokens, then that means a potential core into a potential Cyberlock fusion. And yeah, I think is that game actually. Now it should definitely be game, I feel like. Yeah, it's game. Just gonna be having the Rampage Dragon attacking 3 times. Once into the monster and 2 times directly. Even with a very ideal opener, without any kind of back row, to at the very least stop. But even then, without, like, even enemy control was rough. Yeah, that was kind of sacky. But still, it's gonna be tied once again. Pretty close game so far. Not many leads in the game, but now we are back on equal footing. Let's check the records real quick. So Sakura should be 3-2. My bad. Lemon should be 1-0. And the score of MY should be 4-4. So I'm expecting another, I don't know, perhaps Shunui to be sent. Welcome to the stream, Al. Didn't expect to see you there. So this is what Duel Links looks like at a very high competitive level. HeyZZy is the runner-up of the last season, and just to put it in perspective, 32 teams, out of which 12 make playoffs, and in the playoffs, HeyZZy was the runner-up, so the second place, and they have won, I believe, around $1,500 USD. So pretty good. And currently they are 6-2, so more than likely to make playoffs once again of this season. And MY will have to see, this is the thing, I'm not sure if X and 5 makes playoffs this season. The last season 2 X4s didn't make it, and one of the X4s had to have a runoff match against another X4 team because they had not only the same points but also the same round differential. Alright, we'll be seeing Maples. I'm gonna have to edit that. And then is solo casting. Yeah, it's fine actually. I think other games need more casting if you're interested. Ah, it's good, it's good. Don't worry about it. It's a rough day today. 5 9 AM games, 2 10 AM games. A lot of complications during staff, I guess you could call it. Regardless, we'll be seeing Krish runs, so Maples entering with Krish runs, having the Sofnir discarding Thiceburn, getting the Smiger out. Thiceburn will be banished to search for a Krishtron monster. Smiger will destroy itself, more or less, to get a tuner out. Press Yordle. Most likely, yeah, we're gonna be normal summoned and will destroy Smiger to get a tuner onto the field, most likely C3 or Ryan. Ryan also works. Banishing Smiger for the impact search will allow, oh, he's not gonna set it, interesting. So Orion will be able to get one of the 2 Krishrons to synchro summon on the opponent's main phase or battle phase, and gonna be synchro summoning into Amatrix, which sets every special summon monster into defense. We'll be seeing Core coming from Lemon with 3 set cards, one of which we know is Overflow, and 2 cards left in hand, and that's gonna be it. Pass. So no Synchro Summon as of yet. He still has Souvenir in the grave and Presiorol, so could be destroying itself, perhaps, to go into another tuner, or perhaps just Synchro Summon, yeah, directly into Amatrix. Gonna be testing for some back row, perhaps, if either of which is a Floodgate or something similar. Press 0, banish itself, special summon a tuner from the hand, which will be C3. Very interesting that he already has C3 in hand. Last turn he could have went into C3, but he went into Ryan, most likely because he already has 2 level 3s. So Powered Insectron could have stopped a Saki Cyber Dragon hand more than Amatrix would. And that is one reason as to why he went into Ryan, but the second could be that he also has double C3 in hand, which is really not ideal. And I'm willing to think that is the case because he did search Presiorol with Dice Burn. Souvenir discarding Impact, so already I think it's gonna be... No, it's not usable as of yet. Souvenir destroying the Umi. Gonna be going into a Synchro Summon level 7, probably Black Rose Dragon or Samurai Destroyer. Currently lethal on board. Anything to stop the lethal attacks. Hello Wing, I saw the notification on Steam. Thanks for joining in. Still lethal currently, with exact lethal on board, and even more so with a Souvenir into attack. So the other 2 back row have to stop at least 2 of the attacks. That's one. Will the second go through? Indeed it will. So that's gonna be Maples winning with the counter deck. Winning another point for BZ. Lemon being down now with 1 deck. Maple still has 1 deck remaining in the back. Curious to see which deck he's got prepared, because with Cyber Dragons, yeah, you kind of lose to Christians. So ideally he should be having a deck that counters Christians. Like, I don't know, I actually don't know what really counters Christians. It's a deck that's really a good all-rounder. Alright, next game. Zero Kaiba, so perhaps Black Wings. Perhaps Black Wings. Yeah, peak performance suggests that it could be Black Wings. And Christians will go first. I'm not sure if it's ideal that you'd go first. You'd go second with Black Wings in this instance, because Amatrix will kind of freak up your board. Souvenir discarding Ryan. Gonna be going to Thisvern. Thisvern destroys itself or Umi, most likely itself, to allow the search. And get C3 out. C3 on the opponent's main phase or battle phase will be able to special summon 1 level 3 or level 5 from the grave, non-tuner, has to be, and Synchro Summon with it. We saw Amatrix last turn, which turns all special summon monsters into defense, such as most Black Wings. Cosmic Cyclone to banish the Black Whirlwind and basically quote-unquote negate the search of Black Whirlwind. Whenever a Blackwing is normal summon, you can add 1 with lower attack from your deck, but it didn't matter regardless because he's had a Gale. Ancient Fairy Dragon, suggesting that Necro Valley is coming and Umi will be destroyed, so Maples will need an SSA to be able to come back with a Umi. C3 immediately has to activate, else it will be negated. So at level 7 we could see a Samurai Destroyer. At the very least has sufficient attack and is basically immune to Raikiri. And that's the end of the turn. So impact, keep in mind Necro Valley doesn't affect the banish pile, only the graveyard. So anything from the graveyard will be negated, such as the Thisvern. Yeah, the Thisvern won't be able to be banished for a search, as well as the impact actually. Regardless, impact does have a lesser useful effect that turns the defense to 0, which helped turn the 3000 defense Ancient Fairy Dragon to 0. Gale will be able to have the attack of and defense of Samurai Destroyer. Keep in mind C3 cannot Synchro Summon, so no Amatrix to stop, and even if there was an Amatrix, Gale is normal summon, so gonna be turned to defense. Samurai has to crash unless Gale will just have the attack once again next turn. Scrap Recycler won't be able to do much considering that the graveyard is pretty locked. There's honestly not much he can do. Yeah, Lemon is in a very good position. Like any Blackwing is pretty much a wall, because the Christians are pretty low attack, and Simoon will just cement the win. Yeah, we'll be able to search for an Orochi, I believe, or never. Yeah, he already had it, but in hand, so couldn't search. Regardless, he had lethal. So we're once again being put on equal footing at 5 and 5. The team's really going up back and forth in this game. And no repeat is available as well, so not sure why you'd repeat as Christians against Blackwings nonetheless. The Sakura play WC. Wow, what's WC? I'm blanking. I'm actually blanking. Yeah, Witchcraft. He did not play it, sadly. He played Shiranui and Heroes. His two best decks, in my opinion. Really handling them well. Nonetheless, Sakura did play against Doctor, if you want to know, and Doctor played Dark Magician repeated, so... speaking of Dark Magician, we'll be seeing Dark Magician from Maples as his second deck. Searching for the circle, searching for the Dark Magician. So as long as he's got Magician Navigation in hand or set on the field, he should be good to go. Most in a very good position is Maples right now, going first with the pretty much the whole combo, I assume, and against the Blackwings who go second, which you'd want to go second, but he has to have some cosmic cyclones to have to be able to deal with the disruption that Dark Magician offers. Keep in mind we have 5 or 6 more matches going down right now. I'll post the live matches link. So yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streams. That's just nuts. Anyway, Black Whirlwind and Simoon. I'm expecting Karma Cut. That's interesting. That's interesting. Gonna discard the Dark Magician that was searched with Magician of Dark Illusion already in hand. Yeah. Thankfully, Lemon still has a normal summon yet. So still will be able to search and go into a potential Raikiri. Bear witness to my ardent ally, Dark Magician. Let's check this animation out. This is the DSOD, Dark Side of Dimension art card for Dark Magician. With the with the circle border in the background, by the way. Prismatic as well for the effect. And sadly there was not much that Lemon could do. Just normal summon Orochi. If that Orochi was any Blackwing, he would have won. Yeah, that's really tough. That's really unlucky. Oof. Yeah. Maples will win that any day of the week. And that's it with Lemon. So Maples grabbing the 6th, not the 56th point, the 6th for BZ. All right. Expecting the next one. In the meantime, let's check some of the other games. So Neo versus Clockland is 4 against 4 right now. I'm seeing Christrons versus Dark Magician. Pretty resident sleeper of a match, if you ask me. Armades Army versus Garuda. Armades Army is up 5 against 1. That's really surprising, actually. Yeah. And Garuda has used one of their repeats so far. So pretty nice stuff for Armades Army. Having had a rough season, at least their goal currently should be to prevent other teams from making playoffs. Just giving their all. The Unforgiven versus Duel Links Taiwan. The Unforgiven is up 3 against 1. Pretty slow game actually so far. Raikiri has joined 4 MY on the table. Let's go Raikiri, the little frog. BZMMY. Reminder for any new viewers, they are sister teams. This was a very unlikely occurrence in Team Wars to have 2 sister teams battling each other, which is why I wanted to referee this match to just beware of any potential misplays and throws. But no stress to either of the teams, they have to play at their best. That's the most important thing. Raikiri is now at the top. Let me edit that. And Maples at the bottom. Started with double Black Whirlwind and the Chris, which just enables to search his whole deck for Zephyros and Gale. Zephyros won't be able to be summoned this turn, sadly, but Gale can be used for a level 7 Synchro Summon. And that's it. That's a head scratcher, I think. Or maybe he didn't want to commit, but he knows he's playing against Dark Magician. But yeah, I think the play more likely is to just not commit that much. More so since Chris is it's a pretty good wall. Since Rod cannot even reach it, and Magician of Dark Illusion as well. It's gonna be pretty hard to deal with unless that navigation is active. Has to be active to do anything at all. Alright, so yeah, that was the end of the turn. So Zephyros normal summon gonna be yet again able to add 2 more Gales, so he has 3 Gales in his hand. He can really pop off, considering that he's got already 2 level 4s on the field, so one of them will be Raikiri, most likely. His namesake, by the way, MY Raikiri. Synchro summoning Raikiri. Raikiri, the Rain Shower. Gale, Raikiri, effect. Gonna be targeting. I didn't quite see what the first one was. Oh, on dead navigation and circle. That's rough. Yeah, so now the last card has to prevent whatever. Yeah, you cannot prevent that. Sorry, yeah, the surrender was expected from Maples. So once again we are at an equal score. 6 against 6 in only 1 hour and 12 minutes, guys. So this is a really fast match. I don't know what's going on. Like at some point at like 4-4, I'd like to say that this match was on the same footing as Neo vs Clockman, and that match is now 4-5, and this match has played like 4 more. Yeah, that's I love this. Don't underestimate whatever both teams can achieve in this match. Has been very tight so far. So HeyZZy has to choose between Luca and Blue Neos. Let's check some of the past match results of this week. We haven't had many games, but Supreme European Monarchs has lost against God's Chosen 8-10. Bless RNG has won against Bricks and Potatoes 10 against 5, which is intriguing actually. I want to see if Bricks and Potatoes can still make playoffs. Switcheroo winning against Sun Clan, cementing their place into playoffs, I think. 10 against 6. Diffusion 10 against 3s of Academy of Duel Links. Yeah, pretty rough stuff, considering that it was a 10 against 1. And the Rookies 8 against 10 of Pharaohs. Pharaohs has showed up in these past few weeks, dominating some of the top teams of the division, but not the weaker ones. Actually, I want to check the division standings for Bricks and Potatoes. Okay, so they are 5-3, and they lost against Bless RNG. I believe they play against Abusement Park next week, and Abusement Park has been on a roll, considering they are first in the division with 6 wins and 2 losses, 20 RD, so a lot of run differential for Abusement Park. Regardless, we'll be seeing Luca join for BZ. With both of his decks. With Yami Yugi, so probably could be Invoked Sabers. No other deck would run Yami Yugi, I think. I'm not sure though. Just your regular Blackwing combo. Level 7, gonna be Ancient Pixie Dragon. With only one set card, so yeah, due to no Zephyros, he won't be able to return it to hand and activate it again for the free card draw. Nonetheless, it's still a good wall for now. Probably wanting to keep... that's a really good way to test for Cosmic Cyclone, by the way. Yeah. Indeed it was. As soon as he said it, he got the activation prompt. The hourglass at the top. Very good. Malehu. With 2 set cards. Excuse me. On the draw phase, already Unending Nightmare for the field spell. And I believe for the Black Whirlwind as well, right? Once he normal summons, of course. Zephyros. So now the plan to bounce the field spell back to hand has failed, as well as the plan to get Necro Valley out with Ancient Fairy Dragon's effect. Even more so without a Palace on the field, but I guess Palace is more beneficial for the enemy instead. Because by the time you would get to summon Fairy Dragon, it would be already face down due to Malehu. Pixie attacking, and I believe this is lethal. Unending Nightmare, gonna be destroying Black Whirlwind, which will prompt Destiny Draw. Destiny Draw allows you to search for any card in your deck as you want. and he will most likely search for Alistair the Invoker. Alistair the Invoker, gonna be adding one invocation from the deck to the hand, and Element Saber Molehu, one of them, can switch its attribute at the top right of the card into Fire, which will allow for invocation to use both Alistair and the Molehu, which is now Fire, to summon Purgatrio. Purgatrio's summon usually means lethal, not only because it can attack multiple times with the boost, but also because the current state of board allows it. So if there only was a Pixie, then yeah, it wouldn't have been lethal, but thanks to the face down Zephyros, it's more than enough for lethal. Even with the current, oh my god. Current just that's gonna be a lot of attack. Current adding attack equal to the defense of the monster. So Luca already making wonders. Gonna be 7 for BZ. Already back on the table, haven't even finished updating. Alright, now we should be good. Seems like a potential mirror. Interesting to see if it turns out to be that way. I'm in. Oh my god, Typhoon. Actually, bonkers. This just happened. Typhoon. Turn 1 to destroy the palace. Wow. Nice deck. Nice deck and tech, actually. That's insane. That actually worked as supposed to. First we saw what was it? D-Wrath. We saw D-Wrath against Shiranui in Doctor's Dark Magician deck, which did allow him to win the matchup, I believe. Fusion Reserve, gonna be adding Alistair, a card you don't see too often these days, because of how much the deck can be thin using the Palace, as well as the Destiny Draw to get any card you want from your deck to the hand. We do know that the bottom player, Luca, does run Concentrating Current, so right here he has to watch out for that. Palace, his own, will come down to the field. Unending Nightmare as well. Oh, that's rough. Will we be seeing a counter Unending Nightmare? We'll be seeing it. That's insane. Typhoon and Unending Nightmare to be chained to the Unending Nightmare that was chained to Palace. I was gonna ask, will we be seeing a third Unending Nightmare, but you cannot use Unending Nightmare more than once in the same chain. So even if it was, it could have, couldn't have been activated. So that means that the set card is not an Unending Nightmare, because there was a delay. So yeah, that's Floodgate for Molehu. Probably will flip itself face down. or not because of the boost. But it's understandable wanting to dodge the Floodgate's permanent defense position effect. Lock, actually, I should say. Alright, Alistair the Invoker that was added last turn with the Fusion Reserve. I'm gonna be straight attacking into the face down Malehu. Is there something to prevent it? A Canadian. I haven't seen this card in quite a while, and I'm not sure why. Especially in Invoke Sabers, it's a good fodder for the water monster that Cocytus could be using. Has his own Alistair, has sufficient fodder in the grave to change to a potential Purgatrium, also has a Palace for the attack boost, so Luca really has to try to deal with that with only his set backward card that is, or else he loses this game and will turn it back to equal footing at 7 against 7. Kaliga. I'm not sure if he definitely did not mean to summon Kaliga. Yeah, he forgot to change the attribute in the grave for Malehu to fire. That's such a bad. I'm not gonna say misclick, but maybe misremembering or missed order, I guess. Thought he had it a fire in the grave. Let's just hope it doesn't end up costing the game. While I was eating watermelon, apparently a lot of things happened. So Malehu's effect will be negated with the chain. Chains being a trap will be able to bring Canadia back. Invocation into Cocytus using his own Nalu. Yeah, this is a rough position, because after all, I don't think that Kaliga was ultimately that bad. Let's just hope now that... oh, never mind. Yeah, Destiny Draw. I think this game is over now. Even more so if he's running Concentrating Current. Reminder, if you're new to the stream, there's a multi-Twitch link available for you to check out every single other game that we have currently. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 streams going down right now of 7 games, 5 of which have started at 9 AM and 2 of which have started at 10 AM. The 10 AM ones are on Redlop and Meteor's channels. Kaitos will be flipped face down thanks to the floodgate. Interesting to see. There's only one more spot reserved for an invoked fusion. Oh, it's gonna suicide flip his Kalia. Or not. Oh, it's a current. Oh no. Kaliga both lost and won him the game at one point in the duel. That's wild. That's actually wild. And funny. Wild and funny. That makes it back into a 7-7. Was there at any point in this duel where there was a lead higher than just 2? Because I don't think so. Nonetheless, Zane Truesdale from Luca. Most likely indicating Cyber Dragons. We have seen a lot of Cyber Dragons from both teams. An interesting note. Just the usual set and pass. Not what you want to see with Cyber Dragons. Especially considering none of the face downs is a chain. Finish chain to be able to negate Alistair. Invocation already being used. Could be indicating that he already has a Nalu in hand. Cosmic Cyclone. So that leaves one invocation totally useless. Alright, being caught up with the other game. Speaking of the other game, seems like it has had a disconnecting related issue or a glitch related issue. Alright. Yeah, it's been dealt with. Sorry about that for the lack of commentating. So the face down was a Veer, which was already flipped face down. Cyber Style with Veer. Overflow, interestingly enough, and yeah, Cyberload Fusion. That's game. I'm gonna be sending 2 Cyber Dragons from the deck to attack 2 more times for lethal. So Luca gonna be putting the team down to the last player in Camula or Camilla. I don't remember how it's pronounced. I don't know that it's that hot vampire girl from GX. I think Camilla. I'm not sure. What's up, bro? Imagine thinking about your place as a Zane player. What? He still won the game though, so. You gotta take those. Let's check some of the other games. So currently Neo versus Clockline is in favor of Neo for the first time, I think, this war. 7 against 6. And just as I said, it's now 7 against 7. X Factors is up 3 against 1 against Forbidden Ones. Armades army is up 7 against 4 of Garuda. Kind of unexpected. And Unforgiven is still up by 2. Score 5 against 3 of Duel Links Teamwork. I was just about to say Teamwork. Taiwan. Very nice. Right, so Cumula playing Yusei could be playing Shiranui. If it is Shiranui, then yeah, he's gonna test it if it's level 2, the tuner. Ballista Squad, yeah, it was a level 2 tuner, so at this point he could just realistically activate Cyberload Fusion and try to get rid of the other face down, try to play around the Floodgate perhaps. Unless he's sensing another delay. Or no, he doesn't have a Cosmic Cyber in hand, I think. Or he sets the Cyberload Fusion, that's also a possibility. setting it could have perhaps been a mistake, but at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, that's a really good topic. Gazuki. Enemy controller though will be able to say no to any extension. Ballista Squad will say no to the Econ. That was gonna say no. Now that's rough. He's gonna target the over. Oh, he didn't set the overflow, and now because overflow is gonna be destroyed, he's still gonna be able to search something. And he's gonna set up a Cyber Dragon banished for a fusion next turn. Cybernetic fusion support just for the tokens as well. Yeah, if Camilla cannot end the game this turn, I think Cyber Dragons have this in the bag. Hades. Yeah, only gonna be able to get rid of Veer. Yeah, that's pretty much a lose at this point. Even has another core. Now that's a pretty good hand coming from Luca. Currently on a pretty nice streak of wins. Cyber Style. That's one Cyberlow fusion. You could still activate another. I don't know why you would, but still only gonna be able to attack just once this turn. Cyber Twin Dragon. So yeah, that's lethal. By 50. So really close. And that's match point for BZ. Camilla has to take it all with his last deck. Really close. He had another 1.1. He couldn't attack with it. Read the cards, bro. MY. Okay. So MY will repeat. So we'll be seeing Shurnui again for the rest of this match. Yeah, even if he had a Proto Cyber, Cyberload Fusion doesn't allow other monsters other than the one fusion summoned to attack. Yeah. Don't use those words here. You feel me? And the stream is over for CC and Neo. Seems like Duel Links Lounge is down. regardless. Now that's a pretty bad start. I'm deeply you don't have to be formal about it, no. Solitaire. Go to dual school. Yeah. Yeah, just shut up, Bora. Let's do this. Alright. Cyber style. Attack going through. Will the direct attack also go through? So Forbidden Lens was activated to diminish the attack, and now Camula will strike back with a level 8. Level Og, so we could also be seeing, yeah, the Sun Saga. Probably will be seeing the level 10, the Sun Saga. Although it won't return any, so it's just gonna be used as a beater. At least he's protected from overflow, and he cannot go into anything that big. Enemy controller. Good usage of it actually right now. I think it should prevent lethal. Getting a normal summon Gozuki out of the way. And leaving the tuner in attack position pretty vulnerable. Yeah, would rather try to get rid of it. Lancia even. That's rough. Won't be able to do a whole lot with the fusion support. Yeah, every single attack is lethal. So yeah, that doesn't help, but at the very least it's another card that that they can work off of. 9 against 8 now. So it's gonna be down to the last player of BZ as well, Blue Neos, to try to get it back. Alright, Blue Neos entered the room, seems like. Let's go. So we see HeyZZy. Only 2 set cards. First turn Sun Saga with the help of level augmentation. Oh, Karma Cut. Oh, that's rough. Oh, navigation. In the end phase. Yeah, that's it. Blue Neos taking it for BZ. Unless there's a Gribo, but I don't know. There could be, but there could also be a dead back row. I was gonna say. And there's the Kuribo. Another Spear Kuribo to prevent lethal. And those are a lot of set cards, and with only one Navi, it's pretty rough. Circle, gonna add another Navi if he finds a way to discard it, but he has already used 2 Karma Cuts to try to discard it. So at best he could set it and hope for one of his monsters to go to the graveyard. Forbidden Lands. And that's it. That's the game. Blue Neos securing the win for BZ. 10 against 8. Really good game, gotta say. And really fast as well. It's only 2 hours, I think. And it already went a mile. Like, if players are this fast, imagine how fast teamwork can be as a whole. Anyway, congratulations to BZ for cementing their, I'm pretty sure, first spot in the division with 7 wins and 2 losses. I don't think the second in the division will be able to overcome that. And yeah, that's kind of it. Uh, I don't think we'll have any interviews, maybe. Yeah, seems like we'll be just hosting someone. Let's host Duel Links Team Wars. Thank you to everyone that joined in on the stream and had to choose mine out of like 7. And yeah, see you later.